there is a leftist contingency that is growing like a contagion, and people are beginning to recognize the cancer that is spreading in this country, and they are beginning to lose their tolerance for it, especially because of the avid and open exploitation of children. When we get to the point where we start making contentions concerning the truth using the foundation of biblical precedent, we never have to worry about what anybody says. We never have to apologize for the stands that we take. We never have to be concerned with any variable that might exist of opposition when we know that the opposition we are receiving is a direct result of an enemy that hates us because he does not like the truth. Our goal is to contend for the truth no matter what, and perhaps one of the most significant variables that exist in our society today is the open and avid exploitation of children. And perhaps two of the greatest conduits being used right now to exploit the children are the alphabet mafia, number one, and we know that they are in the business of child exploitation. That is exactly what they are doing. BLM, perhaps representing some of the most significant of those child exploiters, because they have actually become a movement associated with the alphabet mafia. They hate black people. They have always hated black people. So we've got a huge problem, a massive problem with respect to that particular issue. But the second greatest, most powerful tool of exploitation that the enemy is using, and it is an aggressive tool. It is one that we should pay attention to and one that we should point out, and it's incredibly important to remember this, is the tool that is being deployed by our open borders.
Immigration has always been essential to America. Let's end our exhausting war over immigration. For more than 30 years, politicians have talked about immigration reform, and we've done nothing about it. It's time to fix it.
When we choose to basically say that we are going to allow a border to be open for some weird, fake, virtuous idea of wanting to make doors open for immigrants, we actually exploit those immigrants. And anybody who is in the position of wanting to enter into this country lawfully or legally knows that. And when they choose to enter into this country illegally, they begin to get a taste of the kind of exploitation that opens up and the evils that are taking place in the name of getting people over to give them a better life. Their lives are actually being taken advantage of. It's evil and it's true. The fact that we do not stand up over any of these things, the fact that we do not speak about these things and put it all out on the line in order to address these things is terribly detrimental. James, I don't know if it's biblical for us to want to close borders. I mean, that's like telling people to get lost. No, it isn't. The United States of America has been, over the years, a great shining beacon to welcome people from every part of the world to come in and participate in a lifestyle of what used to be God-centeredness and law and order. But that has been denied because there is a leftist contingency that is growing like a contagion, and people are beginning to recognize the cancer that is spreading in this country, and they are beginning to lose their tolerance for it, especially because of the avid and open exploitation of children. And as a result of their discernment and understanding of what is going on, they're beginning to fight back, and the leftists know it, and they are doing everything that they can through the deployment of a mechanism like totalitarian rule to shut down their ability to be able to fight back. That's why they're wanting to get rid of the Second Amendment. That's why they're actually wanting to get guns taken away. They do not want an armed citizenry. That is why they are continuing to fight for and contend for anything that would open up doors for freedom of speech, because they understand that if there is an open and free society with respect to the ability to communicate and functionally and relationally, for that matter, articulate a particular perspective, then there's always the risk that their foolishness will be exposed because their lies become the garbage that they always have been. I think we've got a very long and important journey to take to execute a fight against this. Folks, the Bible makes this very clear. We as Christians are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers. We are required to fight a good fight. We are literally required to stand up for righteousness. We are literally required to put it out on the line because Christ did that for us. It's our reasonable service.